Hello Whimsy friends, welcome back to another vlog. Y'all thought I was lying when I said I would upload more, huh? Wow, can't believe you didn't believe me. Look, here I am. What do you have to say for yourself? Anyways, today we are going to be crafting from the soul. And what that means is I'm just gonna make something that I've been really wanting to make and checking off my list of crafting to-dos because I just want to. And yeah, I thought I would record for you guys because why not, right? Why not? I thrifted this faux leather. It's a little late right now. I'm also kind of tired. Been awake since 4 because today was my last day of the work week. So I'm a little bit out of it. So explaining things is going to be a little hard for me, okay? Okay, so anyways, faux leather, it's brown. I don't know what the inside is like, but it's like some type of fabric, polyester maybe. What I want to make today is a journal cover. So I don't know about you guys, but I have been seeing a lot of
Louise
Carmen dupes, and I've actually been following like journaling content for a really long time, and I'm also someone who is an avid journaler ever since I was like in middle school, I want to say. I've kept many a diary, but the thing is I'm not really consistent everything. It's always been kind of like an on and off thing. And with that being said, although I love the
Louise
Carmen journal covers, I just know that I would not put that money to good use. Like if I were to splurge on it, it just would not be used every day regardless. And so I found this on a whim and thought I would attempt to make a little cover for my journals. I don't know how to do this, okay? So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna go on TikTok and I'm gonna look up a tutorial or YouTube. So give me about 10 minutes while I figure out how to make it, and then we're gonna get to crafting. But so far, I think I have all the supplies that I really need, which is this material, some cord, elastic cord, and some eyelets. And I really think that's it. I also have like a thick needle if I need to sew something, but I highly doubt it. Like I really think it's just measuring and putting the eyelets in. So we'll see. We'll see. I will not underestimate this task, because when I do that, it tends to humble the hell out of me. So I'm just gonna look up a tutorial really quick and I'll get back to you. BRB. Okay, we're back. I looked up one tutorial and I think I have it down, and I'm like 80% confident I can get this done on the first try. However, I am a huge proponent of learning things by doing, so it's totally okay if I make a mistake. It's for me. It's not like it's for a school project or anything. So I am fully okay with making mistakes. I think I have more than enough material to make 2 even, maybe. I don't know. But let's hope I get it done on the first try, okay? So there are 2 ways I can make this, either the bifold or the trifold, and I think I'm probably going to go for the trifold because eventually my journal will expand and I'd like to have it covered still, as opposed to having the pages kind of exposed to the elements of my bag, because I rough handle my bag all the time. I literally bring a bunch of stuff in my bag all the time. So yeah, I think a trifold would best suit me. Definitely less material required if you choose to go for the bifold one, but yeah, let's just get started. So the first thing I'll probably do is gather all the journals that I intend on using. So I have this one, and this one, Maybe this one too.
Hey, I asked. No one would believe unless I said something. The youngest looking one, around 29, was holding a big bag. We had no idea what was inside. He offered us some stolen washing up tablets, which we declined. We made a joke about it because the situation felt so awkward. He smiled and said okay, then they left. Which struck me as how they just let themselves into our garden without saying anything.
That's so smooth.
I went in there once or twice. As I stepped up to the counter, the barista, a girl about my age, smiled at me. Something about her expression made me pause. She tilted her head and said, "Good morning, sunshine." I froze because that was Caleb's nickname for me. It was not a compliment.
Okay, here is a status update. This is what it looks like. Nothing crazy. I added like 3 little dots. It's kind of like off center, but I don't really care. Yeah, so I just need to add 1 more dot here. And then I'll add the eyelets. Hi guys. Okay, so I got the eyelets on. It took a really long time, and I also didn't record much of the process because for like 30 to 45 minutes it was just this movement, and now my right forearm hurts. So there's that. But we got her done, so now we're gonna add the thread in. I mean the elastic cord, sorry. Time check, it's 1:34. Boom. Now, for looking at a video once, actually twice, and yeah, not really super accurately measuring, I'd say this turned out pretty good, if I do say so myself. I think next time we'll probably have to invest in smaller eyelets, but hey, this is not too bad at all. Now I get to add little charms here, just like how I see on my TikTok all the time. People adding their cute little charms here and here and here. I really didn't measure this well, like it's a little bit uneven. And I also think I may not have made the elastic cord taut enough, so it's kind of like just like bouncing up and down a little bit, but that's okay, you know, like I'll live. This is pretty good for my first time, if I do say so myself. So I'm gonna add the charms, and then tomorrow we'll get to sewing the insert. Good morning guys, it is the next day, currently 10:54, and we are going to continue our little crafting endeavor. So here is what my journal cover looks like. Yeah, doesn't look too shabby if I do say so myself. Here are the little charms. There's like a heart, a bell, and a little moon, and then just a spiral star right in the middle there. And then as I was laying for bed last night, I was like, I really want to maximize this cover because it's faux leather after all. I only spent $2 and some change on it. So all I kept thinking about was buttons. So I think I'm gonna add a bunch of buttons. I think I'm gonna add a bunch of buttons on here, and then potentially some star patches, mayhaps. And yeah, and then when when I make the insert, I'm not too sure if I want to make an insert for the inside. I kind of want to just make a little insert with an elastic band for here and have it just stick out, and that way I can just access my pens and stickers and, you know. Okay, the hair is up. It looks a little funny right now because I did it too high, but who cares? Okay, so I have an idea. I want to put like a little window right there. A little window, and have this that I bought months ago that I have not used. It's like this plastic film. What is PVC film? I never know what any of this is called, but it's like this plastic material that I got from Fabricland several months ago, and yeah, I could add like a little window and have little inserts of whatever I want. This will be like kind of the size of the window. I had this cut out already, so it'll be like it's not gonna be this, it's just the size, but it'll be like right here. It'll be like a little cutout with that little plastic film, and on the inside I can like insert different materials. And the first thing I want to add is like this, it's this one of my favorite fabrics that I thrifted from like a pillowcase, but it's by far one of my favorite prints. I really love the color. It's like this green and pink flower thing, but I've yet to find any other like color schemes kind of similar. Like I really like this color. Anyways, so that'll be on the inside. Okie dokie, y'all. I have the little piece on the inside, and I'm just going to trace around it, and then have like, I have an X-Acto knife too, so I'll just cut it out. Wait, maybe I should go in a little more. So I do need to stitch it. Okay, so trace. Alrighty, now I have a little square traced out. Probably will use a ruler to help with the tracing. Okay, I'm scared. I'm gonna frick this up. Well, hello there. I got the window cut out, and I wonder if it's a little too big. Anyways, here's what that looks like, and let me see, for reference, it'll look something like that. And then I'll have like a little sticker or like whatever I want to display in here. But do you get the vision? Okay. Now I just need to cut a piece of this plastic and then sew it all together. Okay, so I cut off the plastic piece, and I have it kind of clipped here, and then I'm going to sew. So I'm gonna switch to, what size is this? 116? Just kidding, 118 needle. I think that's thick enough. I mean, honestly, it's really not that thick, but I've never sewed this material before, and I primarily use 9014 needles. I don't want to mess up those because I'm running low on those. So I'm gonna switch to the 118. Hopefully it's not too bad. But first thing I'm gonna do is sew this piece on, and then I'll be sewing a piece of brown fabric in the back so that I can kind of slide stuff in, if that makes any sense. But yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of nervous. Okay, here, this will do. Okay. Kind of sticky. So I'm scared it's not going to move with the seed dogs. But it's sewing. Okay, you are actually not gonna believe this. I did it. So there's like a little window now. And I just have my sticker, my Lotus Workshop sticker in here. And there's that little like green and pink fabric that I love inside. It's a little goofy looking, but honestly it works. So I have like a little piece of Velcro sticker kind of securing the thing so that when when it opens and closes, there's not like a little pocket of like space, because when I did that, it kind of like folded open and everything was just kind of like all over the place. So in order to help that, I just used a little these Velcro sticker things and just kept it in place. And then if I want to switch out the fabric or switch out the sticker or contents inside, then I can just pull it open. Hi guys, now we're done with everything and it's just time for the reveal. Are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh! Okay, I absolutely loved how it turned out. Yeah, I loved how much I got to customize it, and the good thing about it is that the materials were so cheap that if I wanted to upgrade this somehow or customize it some more, I can do that without the fear of like damaging it, because this material was only like $2. So yeah, here's the front. The little window that I made has just my Lotus Workshop sticker there, and then that little fabric that I mentioned. The charms are all here, and I got to add the buttons. So yeah, this is cute. This is very me. I think that the only thing that I would make differently is I think I probably would make a bifold version, and I also think that I prefer to have a little cover for individual journals. I think it also might be because of the way I measured it, which is kind of poor. There's like a lot of extra space here, and the elastic cord wasn't really taut enough, so it kind of shifts upwards and downwards. And I think that might have been where I messed up a little bit, because opening it and using it is kind of annoying. I don't know if that's like for general trifold versions or if it's just my poor measuring skills, but I have a feeling it's the latter. So yeah, regardless, I love it. I think I'd rate this an 8 out of 10. Now, I'll show you what's on the inside. It's nothing much, nothing crazy. It's actually very underwhelming, but while we're here. So, this is just a fountain pen that I got from my local stationery store. It writes pretty well, and yeah. Those are the charms as a reminder, and I haven't added any down here, but it's okay. So this is what the inside looks like. This is so ugly, oh my gosh, but I actually could have used more of this like leather material to put it back here. That way I wouldn't have to deal with like shifting, like sometimes the sticker shifts, and I feel like if I had a more stable material back here, it would be more secure. So, oops. But anyways, these are the journals that I have. This is just a little pen case with an elastic on the back, and initially I wanted to have it like back here, but because this thing is so like, this is bigger than the journal sizes, it kind of folds the leather down, which I don't like, so I just opted for keeping it inside. This is a planner. This is a really cheap planner, by the way. I think it was like $4 or like $3 on AliExpress. It's an undated weekly planner and I love it. I have used so many planners in my life. I have spent so much money on planners, and besides the one that they issue you in school, I've yet to finish a planner cover to cover. So that just speaks a little bit about how I use planners. Even with the current stuff that's in here now, like it's basically just an empty date and some check mark boxes, and even then, like I'll forget I wrote it down and will forget to check things off. So it's nice to have things that's not dated. It takes away the pressure a little bit, plus it's cheap. So yeah. My commonplace journal, I got this one I think for like $6. These stickers though are from local artists, or actually no, I don't know if they're local, but I went to an anime convention recently and there were a lot of talented artists with a lot of their own stickers, and you know I had to spend money on stickers, so that's what these are. But this is a commonplace journal. I use it to hold a lot of my ideas and brain dumps. I have a little key here that says quotes, facts, thoughts / opinions, and then ideas. And yeah, that's basically all the categories that I have in my brain so far. And whenever I have like a pressing thought about any of those categories, I write it down. So yeah, I just got it, so it's not really filled, but I've been using it decently. So, and last but certainly not least, my diary. This one is when I'm like really emotionally like constipated. I just go ham. I go ham in here. This is where all the emotional burdens go, and I just write like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, and this one doesn't get written in every day, so I do like to bring it around because sometimes I just like to ponder, and like whenever I ponder and have these like thoughts, I put them in here. But this one, the commonplace journal, is usually when I'm talking about, I don't know, like something new I did, or a particular song or show that I'm enjoying, and that goes in here. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I had a lot of fun making this. I learned a lot, and I think there's something in crafting and making art in general, but crafting today specifically, that's really peaceful and soothing. I think everybody should dedicate some time in their lives to doing something for themselves. Like, I don't know, bring back the DIYs. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I will see you guys in the next one. Yeah, see ya.